Hey everyone, welcome to another video, and in this one we have another rehouse. But first of all, I'm going to show you guys how I set up the enclosures for said creature. So as per usual guys, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest stuff that's going on here at the mini zoo, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all the good stuff, and yeah, let's get right into the action. So as by the title, it is the Stromatopelma calciatum, which is going to be rehoused, aka Pluto. He is going to be having one of these containers. They are very crap generally because they're flimsy, but they will do perfectly fine for him as he's only probably about that sort of big, so he'll be fine in this for now. As you know, he has been acquiring an update enclosure for quite a while as he's outgrown this one. So that's what we're going to do today. And if you wonder what the noise is, it's the seat, don't worry. But yeah, what you're going to need is your enclosure. I'm using this one purely because what I'm going to be doing is blocking off these vents here with hot glue and elastic banding this bottom section here, just so it keeps this all nice and tight. And then I'll also have a nice front opening section like so. I will get a better angle for you guys after. Just makes it easier to show the gluing process, shall we say. What I like to do is to take the lid off first of all and put it around to the other side, just so if there's any glue that runs off, at least it only goes in the back, which you can then, you know, scratch off or whatever at your leisure. Without further ado, let's get into gluing. So what you need to sort of do is create almost a bridge of the glue to go across and block off these lower section holes. Now the reason why I'm blocking off these larger holes is purely for in the future, if I use this for a smaller sling, at least then I don't have to worry about them escaping. But on the lower section I do this because when there's substrate inside, it's just going to come straight out of these holes, and it's just not going to be fun to clean up substrate constantly, especially when they start tunneling in little burrows and stuff. And the top ones I'm just doing, yeah, for good measure. Get that nice and glued across there. Remember, if you're young and you're watching this, don't try this at home unless you have supervision, because hot glue guns live up to the name and they are hot. Now what you want to do is let that cool for a few seconds, at least so it sort of solidifies itself, and then you go over it again with another thin layer. So you see, that's why we have this underneath so it doesn't go on my nice desk. This one here needs redoing. Now it's a bit cooler. Fill that. Just gonna fill that one there as well. But yeah, don't worry about ventilation because we will have that sorted in the next step after the gluing process. There. What I'm going to do is, while this sets, I'm going to show you guys what I do with ventilation. So to get adequate ventilation for these guys, you're going to need to put some extra holes in. As you can see, there's a couple pre-done already that I've done, but I'm going to show you guys what I use. I use simply a Citadel hand drill, one of these ones from Warhammer Games Workshop. Yeah, it's a bit pricey, but it does a job, and it comes with a load of different size drill bits, so I like to use that. But then once again, if you're younger, parental supervision will get them to do it, because if you slip, this will cut. And what I usually do is I will either brace this with something else, or I'm just going to use my hands, and simply spin, put some pressure, then pull it out, and you get a nice clean little hole. What you want to do is do this along the majority of sides, and also when your front is nice and dry, we're going to be doing a couple in the top section here of the lid. Now when you've done that step, this is what it should look like. Now you've got plenty of holes along the front top section of your lid, and also plenty of cross ventilation holes along the side, which is also very, very good for tarantulas, because cross ventilation is important. If you want to know why, Google it. But yeah, that is the basics have your Viv complete. This will work for basically all arboreal species, or I can't remember quite what the word is, but it's sort of semi-arboreal. Stuff like young Metallicas, if you've got any of the Pescataria sort of species, maybe Stromatopelmas, some of the other more arboreal ones, even Celadonia, the gorgeous little rainbow tarantula thing that's super expensive for some reason. But that would work for these as long as you have, some bark or whatever in there. But yeah, now let's get on to setting up the Viv. Now these, just because of the way they are, you're going to really ideally want a nice centerpiece of cork bark or wood or whatever you want to really use to be their main sort of housing, if you'd like. I have found this absolutely incredible looking piece of cork bark, which will be ideal for him, especially at the size he's at now. See, there's plenty of hiding spaces in there, and also it'll look really good, I think, at an angle like this. Obviously he'll have access, he'll probably chew away at some of that, make that a bit bigger. But yeah, let's get to making the terrarium. Right, so what you're going to want to do is get your substrate, and for substrate I like to use the good old Spider Life and Cocoa Fibre mix. I purely do this because I like the texture, and it does resemble a sort of natural terrain whilst also being sterile and clean. And also it is very, very good at holding in moisture. Just kind of what you want is to keep a nice sort of relatively humid subtropical climate going on in there. And this is also where you'll see why the bottom vents are blocked up. As for all, this is just a food Tupperware container that I'm effectively upcycling into a faunarium or terrarium, like so. And one of the most important features is, of course, the elastic band. Now this elastic band is just going to go along the bottom section here, just to keep it in place. You can add one at the top and one at the bottom, which is what I'll be doing. But for now, let's just stick it in the middle. So now when you want to open it, you don't really have to worry too much about substrate going everywhere, as it holds into place quite well. Now we're going to get this cork bark, and you see there's also a really nice hole here that I'd like to try and utilise if I can, but I don't think I will, unfortunately. Depends how I can get this to sit there. It's quite nice. He's going to web it up very quickly anyway, so I'm not too fussed. Let's sit that in the substrate a bit. One thing I've noticed, these guys do like to tunnel into substrate quite a lot, so give him room to do so. I'm going to do as well. Another little nice bit of cork bark here, in case he wants to have a nice little burrow down here for whatever reason. Here you can. There we go. And now I'm going to be using the good old aquarium decorations. So for this we have our plants. I'll find a nice spot somewhere for this to sit. Ooh, what am I going to do? If I clip this much off. There. It's quite nice. Nice little flower sticking out there. Then I'll clip some more off. Some more down there. What other bits and bobs have I got? Shall we do some more of this plant, because I quite like it. Like so. Like I said, this will probably be covered in webs and it'll look disgusting in about a week, so I'm not too fussed. But yeah, that is your general look for your enclosure. I mean, it's got a nice little secondary hide there, which obviously when it's sprayed, it'll carry some moisture as well, so you can drink up from that. Same on the sides of the enclosure, and also he's got, some nice decorations in there to make it a bit more pleasing to the eye. So it's having an awesome piece of cork bark in there. I'm so glad I found that. But yeah, now we're going to get on to the not the most funnest part of the video, which is the rehouse. Right, this is the hardest part of the rehouse, shall we say. The actual rehouse, as these guys are incredibly quick, And one of the most venomous species, if not the venomous species, well, most venomous species of tarantula on the planet, as far as we know. It is only tied rival to some of the Pescataria species and itself. Only being a baby, I'm not too worried about getting bitten and envenomated by this thing, but I am also not looking forward to the fact that it's fast and very, very fast. As you can see, there he is. And actually, I have just noticed he's recently molted. It's another interesting thing thrown into the works there. Don't come out, please. Just stay in your hole. Please, just stay there. While I retrieve this molt for the viewers at home. Right, just stay put. There we go. We now have a teeny tiny little molt. You see, gorgeous coloration, and look at those little fangs. Aren't they adorable? Look at that as well. That sort of pearlescent metallic on the oh, there we go, on the pads there. That's beautiful. Sort of metallic-y pearlescent green and blue. Now, really, you should not be handling or dealing with your tarantulas when they have just recently molted, because it can cause danger and harm to them. Since it's not actually a molt that is in there, and he's molted up in the top section there. You see in there. And he's moved himself back down. He's now fully mobile. I'd imagine his fangs aren't hardened yet, which is probably for the best. But I'm also going to take extreme care, obviously, for myself and the tarantula's safety. And what we're going to do is going to take things nice and slow, and hopefully I'm just going to be able to put the entire section of substrate actually into the viv itself, just to reduce stress on both parts. I'm going to use the big boy tweezers here for this one, because I know he's going to run probably up my arm or onto the table. Hence why, very important, catch cups. I've got this one, which is the top of a cocktail shaker. You see there's holes in there for me to stick things into the corks in places. We've also got a sealed off half of a plastic wine flute, and also the bottom end of the cocktail shaker there for a quick capture if necessary. Although I really hope it doesn't. But yeah, plenty of catch ups to hand. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Where is he first of all? Actually, where is he? He's here, right. Oh, he's there already. He knows what's going on. What I may do, see if I can just put this in here. There he is there. Just put this in this way. So he does run, hopefully he runs out that way. There's a nice big bit of cork bark in here. Oh, here we go, he's getting ready to run. I know, buddy. I know. You don't want to be disturbed, do you? I know, pal. What's he got to do? Oh, he's getting bigger. Right, there he is there. Go very, very slowly here. There he is. Gorgeous, gorgeous spider. Try and zoom in for you guys. Beautiful little thing. Right, he's definitely not going to be sociable. Look at that. That is a proper Pescataria sort of spread he's doing now. I know, buddy. Here for the camera. Beautiful, beautiful species. Right, hopefully he's just going to be nice and he's just going to go into a tunnel or something and not run back around and go up something else. I know, little fella. Try and do is get him in there. That's it, nice and slow. Not around the tub. Not around the tub. That's it. Onto the butt like a good boy. There we go. And that's it. That was a very, very calm rehouse. These guys are incredibly fast, I said. And he could have, if he wanted to, have bolted very quickly out around the side of that tub. And yes, he is very much the problem child of the group, usually. There is a video on the channel previously of me actually doing an unboxing of him from Spider's World, where he decided to bolt straight out of the container and around a outer container that I had him in. That's where usually you do this on a nice big open surface, purely so you don't lose your spider. I don't really want Stromatopelma running around my house. I'm trying to get a nice good angle, you guys. But yeah, as you can see, his legs are sort of clearish, and they're more of a whiter, if that makes, like a whitey grey hue, rather than the sort of bold yellow that they normally are. Obviously, this is because he's just molted, and I think that's why he hasn't just legged it as soon as he got the chance. But you can see some fluffy little pink-ish toes there on the end. Isn't that cute? But yeah, that is Pluto now in his new home. Hopefully he's going to join his brother and sister, Jupiter and Saturn, on the shelf. But if you guys like the video, remember, thumbs up, hit that subscribe icon if you want to see more heart-pounding, well, for me at least, rehouses. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay awesome and peace out.